Hello, grumpy old fart here. I was I was watching a program the other day, and I saw an interesting depiction of a supposed historical event, and so I did some research, and it turns out it may actually be real. I'm not sure if this is real or not, but it's interesting, and I thought it was a fun thing to do, so I'm going to do it. For those of you who don't know, Alexander the Great is a historical figure. He was one of the greatest generals. They had this knot that apparently nobody could untie, and he went in there. And the idea was if you could figure out how to untie this knot, how to undo this knot, you could, you were a great man or whatever. And he went in there and he looked at it for a while, and then he just cut it. So, he cut right through the nonsense, as it were. But that being said, he was a very famous general. He conquered a lot of the world at the time. Very famous guy. A lot of people said he was a good guy. A lot of people said he was a bad guy. Personally, I don't care. He is a historical figure. Okay. Now, the story about him that I found interesting was that it is a published account. And again, I don't know if it's true or not, but it's fun to do these videos, so I'm going to do this, and I hope you find it interesting. At one point during his crusade to conquer the known world, Alexander the Great was attacking a city called Tyre, Tyre, and Tyre was formidable. I don't know if they heard he was coming or not, but they prepared for somebody coming because they had high fake walls. They were really well prepared. They were well defended, and these people were they were no nonsense. They had it going on. They were stopping him. He laid siege to this for a long time. His army could not breach the wall. It was a lengthy siege. And then, out of nowhere, one day, a group of flying shields in a diamond formation flew slowly over the city. There were 5 of these UFOs in all in a diamond formation, and they had one big one and a bunch of smaller ones, and 4 smaller ones, and they flew over the city slowly. Everybody saw them. Thousands of people on each side saw them. So it's not like one guy said, "Oh, look," everybody saw them. Evidently, these UFOs used lightning bolts to destroy the walls of the city. And it wasn't where they just hit one area and it crumbled. We're talking they destroyed the walls of the city. And they tore the crap out of that city with these lightning bolts. Just like an aircraft would do with missiles and things. But, again, this was Alexander the Great. So, at any rate, they hovered over the city, and they stayed there until Alexander the Great's forces got inside and conquered the city. And the city did in fact fall, and Alexander the Great conquered it. And apparently, right afterwards, after they completely conquered the city, these flying shields swiftly flew up into the sky and out of sight. So they didn't just disappear. They flew up until they went through the clouds or above the clouds or whatever, and they went out of sight. So did Alexander the Great have some allies? Maybe. Did he call for some help? Or maybe just somebody showed up and said, "Hey, that guy wants in that city. Let's get him." I don't know. This account is not verified. We don't know if it's true or not. But it has been published in a number of different places, and it is a well-known, or at least a well-written article. It's been repeated a number of times. So if it is true, Alexander the Great had a little help there. If it ain't true, somebody's got a vivid imagination. I'll let you be the judge. You folks have a good day. God bless one and all.